Kami, apa? God damn it.
Oh, that's not gonna come off. Okay.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Hans!
I saw nude nuns.
Boom, boom.
Okay.
Hello and welcome to Taskmaster. I'm Andy, your Taskmaster, and today I will be sitting in judgment of these 5 lovely contestants as they struggle their way through 5 tasks that will challenge them to win my love and affection. Good luck with that. So you all know I have never seen any of these tasks before, and the contestants have not seen each other's tasks. So let's find out who our contestants are today. Permanent team captain of BFYTW and current runner-up in the longest milking of New York State unemployment, Augie. Puerto Rican assistant to Shanna Feely Photography and occasional swimsuit model for In-Flight Magazine, Johnny. Author, comedian, and one half of Defiant Monkey Improv, and hates having a popular meme named after her, Karen. Comedian and actress known for her radio work, she once... Let me try that again. Comedian and actress... 3 times.
Now I'm excited to hear what's going to happen.
It's Kayla!
Yay!
All right, let me check this one here. Comedian and actress best known for her radio work. She once filled in for Nash at a Crosby, Stills, Nash concert and no one noticed. Kayla! And finally, actual queen of drama and the greediest board game player on the planet, Sarah. And here, next to me is my faithful Sancho Panza, Aaron.
Thanks, you big jerk. If I seem like I'm acting up, it's because Andy isn't our original Taskmaster. That would have been our other podcast partner, Rory White, aka Hor-Hay, who sadly passed away 10 months ago. But he loved BFYTW and Taskmaster and wanted us to continue, and how better to celebrate him than playing Taskmaster on episode 100. For our new Taskmaster, we decided that we needed someone authoritative, someone who could be harsh but fair, and of course, very, very funny. And out of all the possible candidates, none of them said yes, so we settled for Andy. I will be assisting the Taskmaster with showing all of the tasks that our contestants have done. And the very first one of Taskmaster is always the prize task. Each of the contestants has brought in one of their possessions to add to the prize pool, and Andy will be scoring those prizes based on how impressed he is. The task this time was to bring in the most ridiculous thing that would still be nice to win. The player who brings in the silliest but still neat thing will get 5 points, and the player with the most points at the end of this episode will go home with 5 absurd things but still be pretty happy about it. Andy, who would you like to see first?
Oh, well, let's see Kyla.
We're actually going to do Augie's first. So.
All right.
Augie, you want me to throw it up right away, right?
Go for it.
All right. There it is.
Is it a burrito? It looks like a sleeve of crackers.
I believe it is a sleeve of crackers.
All right.
Nice.
Well,
Augie, do you want to explain yourself?
Sure, why not? Can't dig this hole any deeper than it already is. So going through my mind when I was asked to present something like this, I'm like, well, what would be nice but still bizarre to receive as a gift? I'm like, if somebody gives you some food. So I'm looking around, I'm like, hey, I have a thing of crackers. What I'm realizing now is that picture was taken a while ago. So those crackers might be a little bit on the stale side.
all right. Well, Augie just made it easier for the rest of you. All right, who's next?
Next up would be Johnny.
Johnny, what do you have for me?
Well, I have a Bluetooth speaker because I don't know anything really ridiculous about a Bluetooth speaker other than it's useless unless you use it as a Bluetooth speaker. It has no other function other than being a speaker.
Okay.
Can you eat it?
No, and it won't go stale.
All right,
Okay.
let's move on.
Okay. Let's move on. Next is Karen.
Yes. Well, first I'll show you why it's awesome to have, because I have my own. Before Aaron shows you what it is. Oh, here it is. Yes, Aaron, put it up there. Oh, yes, it's the freaky baby hand, which you wouldn't think is so awesome, but boy, that is pretty cool, huh?
It's really creepy.
It's this.
Oh, you just
This is
lost
mine.
points for showing the trick.
Aw.
And the fact that I already own one. Next.
Kayla.
So, kind of keeping in touch with the food thing and seasonally, I really love fancy things. So, I wanted to bring a wonderful Fabergé egg. And if you want to show my Fabergé egg, how did I come upon having a Fabergé egg? I made one at home. So, that is my Fabergé.
Out of Fabergé, I
Out of
see.
Fabergé. I bought some Fabergés and I put them on an
And
egg.
you stuck them on there with, I want to say glue?
Rubber cement. It was a good day. Took
Fancy.
a long nap after that.
Okay. All right. Is it a one of a kind?
It is.
It is.
I don't
All
think I
right.
signed
Okay.
the bottom either.
You signed it. I
I
signed.
did not.
What, you did not?
I still have to
Oh.
sign it live.
Oh.
I'll put my driver's license next to me, and then I'll sign it. And then if we have a notary here, that would be helpful. Just kidding.
All right. Kyla's been drinking.
Yes. Water.
Finally, it's Sarah.
Who doesn't love a warm beverage, right? Aaron, if you will. Wouldn't we all like to bring the grand and grandma? Because all of you are pretty grand. That's it.
I mean,
Wow.
Who doesn't love a coffee mug?
Listen, it's functional. It's new. Because I saw it at a store and I was like, yep.
Do you have any idea how many coffee mugs the average American has?
If I did, do you think I'd have brought a mug?
Point taken. All right.
All right.
Well,
How would you like to score these, Andy?
Augie, you were just saved by Sarah. One for Sarah.
Yeah, are you kidding?
Yeah. 2 is the stale crackers. Only because it's really neat, but I already have one. I'm going 3 points for the baby hand. Believe it or not, that gives 4 points for the Fabergé egg and a big 5 for Johnny, because just to amaze him.
5
Believe
points
in
to
yourself, Johnny.
And Johnny
All
wins the task. Congratulations. All right. Well, shall we move on to the first of our pre-recorded tasks?
I would do that, otherwise I don't know why we're here.
All right. I don't know why we're here anyway, but here we go.
I expect nothing less.
I think you'll find this task to be a learning experience.
All right, and how do you want me to send you the tasks? I'm basically going to send you the text of the task and have you read it out loud.
Yeah, you can send it. If you send it as a text, I should be able to see it on my watch. Like a picture, I think will even show up, I think.
Recording started for realsies. Let's do this thing. I've sent you the task. Just read it out loud.
Right, I have received it.
Create a tutorial.
Create a tutorial for a child to follow that will result in the child doing or making a cool thing.
Oh my God. Your tutorial can be no longer than 10 steps.
You have 20 minutes to create your tutorial.
Your time starts
Now?
I was at Office Max the other day and I said, oh no, I don't need new markers. Should have bought new mark.
Let me think here. Cool thing.
Ugh. And I'm still back at square one of what constitutes as being fucking cool.
I should really think about my level of coolness before I start doing these sorts of things.
Who wrote these? Did Andy write these? I just need to know who I need to punch next time.
I wrote them. You can punch me.
Oh, sorry about the violence.
That's okay. So the task is fairly straightforward. Create a list of up to 10 steps that a child could follow so the child can make or do something cool. Any questions? Apparently not.
Nope.
Would you like to see how the child got on?
I would absolutely love to.
All right, we're going to start with Augie.
Oh no.
And this is what Augie decided to teach our child to do.
3 vials, some fabric string, two just 5-inch fabric string, and water. Oh, and food dye, food coloring, blue and yellow specifically.
So, 2 vials, 2 strings, 2 food colors. Deal, got it, Augie.
You'll take your 3 vials, have the water in it. For the ones on the left and right, you want them about 3/4 filled, but the one in the middle, you want about half.
Water! Water boy! That's me. I'll be right back. Ba-da-na-na-na. Science! Shit! Wait a minute, is that the order?
That is the order.
Okay, right, cool. 3/4, half quarters.
Either in the left, you can add either blue dye or yellow dye, but not both, just one or the other. And in the right, you add the other colored dye, blue or yellow, whichever one you didn't use.
Okay, so how do these things open?
Now I see why we had to do these so
Yeah, this one. Just put 1 in or 2? I don't know how food dye works. Whoa! Oh, that was badass. Check this shit out. It's like a squid in water. Shall we shake it?
Maybe with the lid on.
Ah! Oh, that looks so cool. Alright, Neo. The blue vial or the yellow vial?
Then you can take the string, or if you don't have string, napkin, fabric, or dishcloth works too. Anything that's absorbent, essentially. And what you want is you want one part of the string dangling in the colored water, and the other part of the string dangling into the center vial, the colorless water.
Okay.
You want to do it for both vials, basically, and have them both dangle into themselves and into the center vial.
Should I make these strings shorter so it goes faster?
No, you can actually just move the vials closer together.
I guess that would work too. Science! And then these 3 individuals get to become a throuple. Touch each other's strings together. Yeah!
So basically, step 5 from there, over time, you'll see that the water in either vial will then leach through this fabric and then leach into the center. When it mixes the yellow dye with the blue dye, it'll mix in the center and turn it into a green vial, basically.
Okay, so I did plan to have an actual child, but it turns out that takes about 9 months. Then I tried to rent or borrow one, but it turns out even Googling that summons an angry suit man to your front door. So I gave up and I went with the closest thing to a childlike man. There's a lot of things he has in common with a child, like his sense of wonder, his joyous laughter, his mental capacity, his size, his strength, his credit rating, his athletic skill, knowledge of world history, smell, and willingness to put almost anything in his mouth.
Good to know.
All true.
Wow.
Did you want to question
All right.
Augie about what he did?
Where did you learn so much about science?
I just always had a passion for it since I was a kid. I went to college to study biology, and I just had a love for all sciences. So.
All right, excellent. And how many children own vials?
Well, you could use a cup.
Fair enough, fair enough. All right, well, let's move on.
Shall we move on?
Let's move on.
The next person to teach Stevie something simple, it's Sarah.
Hello, friends. So today we're gonna build garlic bulb earrings, because why not? For a little weirdo in your life. So the first step is to get mom and dad, or mom and mom, or dad and dad, or super cool aunt, uncle, to buy foam clay and earring builders. Earring builders being like little earring kits. Open the foam clay, take a big handful of clay, as much as you want, to as big as you want your bulbs to be, so they can be this big or this big or this big. That's not helpful for a podcast, I guess.
I got 4 colors. It was freaking awesome. I liked it because I thought they were candy at first. I had no joke. I've got the munchies and I wanted to eat them. A little weird alien pod. So you ever seen Alien where Facehuggers was? This is the little pods they busted out of. So this part would open up like a flower and then rah.
Have you seriously never seen a leaf?
What's a leaf? I have no idea what I'm supposed to do.
You did get a hunk of...
Oh, okay, I can open it up now? Okay.
Yeah.
Roll those into a ball.
It's almost a ball. It's a ball. Little ball.
Shape them to look like fresh garlic bulbs. Or, if you don't want to do bulbs, you could do cloves. Or little garlic cloves, whatever you want. We're just here for the garlic. I mean, who isn't?
What's a garlic clove look like? Oh, crap. A clove of garlic, not a whole knuckle of garlic. You know, for someone who used to be a cook, I think I know what a clove of garlic looks like. Apparently not. So we're gonna go with the little piece of garlic. I am thinking of the right fruit, right? Garlic's not fruit.
These are optional, because if you do cloves, you don't need these. To add roots to the bottom of your garlic clove earrings, you're gonna roll the clay into little strings. The word my parents would use would be scraggly, but like, you know, whatever makes you happy.
Scraggly roots for the ends of my clove garlic. Okay, I got this. I think I have my roots almost ready. I'm just trying to make them really thin so they match, you know. You don't want a thicker root than you can take, you know. Yeah, look at that. Look how sexy that root is, man. That's a root to be proud of.
And then you're gonna build your earring kit, which is just taking the little hoop, the little thing that goes in your ear, and attaching it to a post that, because you're dangly earrings, I guess I should have said that.
What? I gotta make dangly earrings now? I found circles and stabby things just in case. That's what she means.
And then stab the earring post foundation thingy into the garlic.
So stab this thingy into the garlic. Bye, garlic. Yay! There's one garlic.
And then voila, rinse and repeat for the second bulb, allowed to dry for 24 to 48 hours. And because it's foam clay, it'll be a little bit squishy. And then you can paint it or not paint it, anything you want.
I am not painting it. I think green garlic cloves are gorgeous. So, there. Nature.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Well, congratulations on your Cthulhu pickle tutorial.
Thank you.
One main question, have you ever met a child?
Yes.
Okay, form a garlic clove. And a knuckle of garlic. Is that a thing?
It is now.
Oh, I think you did get him to nail the sexy roots, though.
Yes.
So,
We're a bit like alien tentacles.
A bit.
Yeah.
More than a bit. More than a bit.
Shall we move
please
on?
next.
Okay.
Yes,
Please.
okay. They're hypnotic, though.
Next up, it's Karen's turn, and this one features a special guest star.
Oh.
Have another person nearby.
I moved over a little bit.
Tell them, comma, quote, you make the face, I'll make the noise. End quote.
You make the face, I make the quote.
That's not what you said.
Isn't it? I can't remember. You make the face, I'll make the noise.
Better.
Take a deep breath. Turn your hands so your palms cover your mouth and your fingers point to your ears.
I can breathe, fuck this.
Press
Yeah, you-
palms to mouth.
You literally can. Hang on,
Oh, I see what's going on.
Let me go back.
I know what's going on.
Pressing palms to mouth, blow.
I can't do it.
Watch the face of the other person as if they are blowing a beauty fart.
Teamwork.
Pop rolls if desired.
Heck yeah!
Do you want to take a turn making the face?
Yes!
Ready?
Jesus, like a fucking wind tunnel in there. Thank goodness it's the weekend.
Well, I gotta give you kudos for making Stevie look like he was both shitting himself and having an aneurysm. Nice. Farts always good for kids.
Yeah, I was worried for a minute when it wasn't the 12-year-old boy I was expecting, and I'm like, oh no, the beard. But no, yeah, I think whatever level Stevie was on made him about 12.
Yeah.
Nice.
You're not allowed to babysit people, are you?
No.
No. All right. Well, kudos for involving Aaron as well. Finally gets to do something useful. So, shall we move along?
Yes, your incompetentness. But before that, I think it's time for our first break.
Then let's take a break.
All right.
We'll be taking a break now.
Yep, stick around. You might win a pack of moldy crackers.
Hey man, Pantsless Aaron here. If you're enjoying this show or any of our stuff, you might want to check out our Patreon. We've got 2 tiers, a $2 tier for those who just want to pitch a little money our way, but for only $5 you'll get loads of extra goodies, like bonus episodes, an invitation to our private Discord, access to smoke sessions with Stevie, and more. Check it out at patreon.com/BFYTW. That's patreon.com/BFYTW. Peace.
Thanks for that. Okay, welcome back. Before the break, Augie did a science project, Sarah made painful alien babies, and I blew a windy fart. Next up, Johnny instructs the child to use hot kitchen implements.
Step 1 is gathering your ingredients, which is 2 eggs, 2 slices of bread, cinnamon powdered, and sugar powdered, 1 fork, a frying pan,
Maple
syrup, and a thick butter. And a plate. And a bowl. And a bowl. In a bowl, mix 2 eggs with a fork, sprinkling in cinnamon and sugar when mixed.
I love how he told me how much cinnamon and sugar to put in. Because that's convenient. I like doing it slow. Because, it's like watching him bleed. Look at that shit. That's what you get. Lower life form.
Dip the bread into the egg mixture, coating completely both sides. So over medium heat on a stove, melt a quarter stick of butter in a frying pan. Butter is melted. Place the bread in the pan on one side and letting it cook for 1 minute.
Fall apart, don't fall apart. Ready? I brought that. Because, I don't know, man. Like, shit happens.
Flip to the other side and let that cook for a minute.
Flip to other side.
Oh, it does look good.
You're gonna burn your fingers.
The hole in the center is bubbling like a little hot.
Turn off the stove. Place your toast on a clean plate.
Oh, smart. Clean. Not the same one that had eggs on it. Sweet. It's on the clean plate, dude. It's like...
Pour syrup over it.
Love me some syrup. Especially this authentic, only made in Canada syrup that says Vermont on it. It's hidden because it's bootleg. That's why there's a black thing there. Can't tell. Special bootleg Canadian syrup, not from a stolen truck.
Eat.
Got the perfect crunch on the outside right there, but nice and soft and squishy on the inside is the best way to make this, man. You gotta get that outside crunch, but... Now that is some sick French toast, yo. That's pretty damn good.
It's a stick of butter, of course.
You cannot go wrong with a quarter stick of butter.
It's like deep
No.
fried.
That butter was good.
No,
That's
you
fine.
cannot.
Everything's better with butter.
It was a great 9-step tutorial to summoning the fire marshal, and you definitely turned Stevie into a giddy schoolgirl. But kudos, apparently it came out great. Do you do a lot of cooking?
On occasion.
Okay.
I did remember to say turn off the stove so the fire marshal wouldn't be summoned.
That's good, that's good. That's good. And apparently he managed to figure out by himself how much of everything to put in.
It's eyeball.
So, yeah, all right, it's definitely French cooking.
Yeah, the only downside to Johnny's tutorial is that we couldn't follow his instructions exactly. The stove we used took 3 minutes on medium to cook, but otherwise it was excellent. We each had one. It was delicious.
All right, excellent.
I like the food ones.
Apparently the way you were going at those eggs.
Finally, Kayla mixes art with geography. It's Kyla's geographart.
What we're going to do is we're going to learn about the Great Lakes using just your hand.
Huh, cool.
Okay. So, step 1, find a piece of paper and a marker, and you're going to take your hand like such. When you have man hands like me, just put it, fills up the whole paper. And then, oh, and I just wrote on my desk. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. So, I'm gonna outline your hand so you can see just how chubby your fingers are, but that's okay. Okay, you're probably gonna get some marker on your hands, but that's not part of the step. Step 1 was just find the paper and the marker, and oh, that's not gonna come off. Okay, so then.
She used to keep doing this. Wow, that's good because I stopped partway through and I was like, oh crap, she didn't say to actually do it. I thought she did. Okay, cool. I'm following instructions. Go me. Better than school.
How do you learn the Great Lakes? Everybody always says the same thing. They say homes, is the acronym for that. So HOMES. You can write that on there as a reference for yourself, but you don't really have to. But this is basically just so we can go through and cross out when we put in what the lakes are. So I like to start with the biggest lake, the lake I've never been to. So we're going to start with Lake Superior. And you know where we're going to put that? We're going to put that right on the tall guy.
Middle finger.
So that's
Fuck Lake
step
Superior.
3. Step 3 is going to be we're going to label all the fingers. Okay?
Yeah.
Step 1, so the middle finger, we're going to do Superior. SUPERIOR. And I have a problem with not doing all capital or all small letters, so that they are kind of a mix. Makes it kind of fun. And then we're going to do the smallest lake. And where do you think we're going to put that? We're going to put that on the thumb. So it's also the closest to us. Like Ontario might be closer, depending on where you live. Here. 3 fingers. This is a really good little chart that you can do. Also, if it's Thanksgiving, you can turn it into a turkey by putting a little beak on here. Gobble, gobble. And an eye. But most of my art, I don't claim to be an artist, but most of my art is based on tracing my giant man hands and then just like drawing around it or filling it in. And you know what the great thing is if you're a kid is that, you're still growing. So your parents are going to love these because they can track your growth and they can say, oh, you have a little man hand. And then, when you're 39, I'm still giving these to my parents and they're still accepting them because you're
That was really neat. Now, I have a different way of learning it now that that's a cool little thing going by the fingers. My downside to that is it's out of order, and that's what would screw me up a lot. I also like to do little things for letters and stuff to figure out which order I like to do them in. So if we had Michigan, Huron, Superior, Ontario, and Erie, I'd be like, my honey says only exit, which I learned the hard way. It's only an exit.
Oh man, I don't know where to begin with that one. Actually, I have to agree with Stevie about the acronym there, which threw me off on your Turkey Hand Lake map. And you actually got a 12-year-old child to say "fuck Lake Superior." I never knew anyone who had such strong feelings about a large lake. Where did you learn that?
I made it up.
You made that up?
Yeah. As I said, I love doing things that are based on 5 because then I can put it into a hand turkey.
Wow.
So 5 senses, 5 lakes.
Wow.
I always wanted to have a popcorn truck called 5 Senses Popcorn because it's a feast for all senses. And, not really touch, but whatever. You could name them after the Great Lakes. You could have hands all over.
Wow. You came very close to making me not give you 1 point.
Thank you.
Well, you've seen all the tutorials.
I have.
Which do you think are the best for a child? Or turned out the best? It's up to you how you want to grade them.
Well, they were all great, first of all. So even though Kyla's only getting 1 point, yours was still great.
I got marker on my hands for that.
And your desk.
And my desk. It's okay.
You're actually voicing one of the reasons why it's only 1 point.
Okay.
Close second are the Cthulhu pickle earrings. It was complex, but pretty fucked up.
Listen.
No. Only because the other 2 were so really great. Karen's getting 3 for her farts. You didn't involve any kind of props or anything in that other than Stevie's hands, and we don't know where they've been. Boy, these next 2 were really close. And you know what? I was going to give him 4 and 5, but I'm going to give them both 5 points for both the French toast and the string water.
Nice.
Because yay for science and yay for French toast.
Okay, so Kayla gets 1, Sarah gets 2, Karen gets 3, but Johnny and Augie get 5 points each.
Yes.
That's not sexist at all.
I can't help it if they're not good at giving instructions. I never understand them.
Do not cross that line.
I'm not good at steps.
I always blame gravity.
All right, are you ready for another pre-recorded task?
Absolutely.
Well, this task tested this troop's tongues thoroughly.
I'm going to send you task number 2. Please, once again, read it out loud once you've got it.
Didn't know it was gonna be like this. I thought it was gonna be like, go dance in the street for 5 seconds. I don't know.
Uh-oh. Hold on, I gotta scroll up a little. Oh my goodness.
Create the toughest tongue twister for Sarah.
Create the toughest tongue twister for Kayla.
Create the toughest tongue twister for Karen.
Create the toughest tongue twister for Johnny.
Create the toughest tongue twister for Augie.
Your tongue twister. I'm twisting my tongue just trying to read it.
Your tongue twister can be no longer than 10 words, and they must all be English words according to lexico.com.
Whoever's tongue twister takes the longest for their opponent to say 5 times in a row without misspeaking will win 5 points.
You have 10 minutes.
Your time starts now.
So 10-word tongue twister. 10-word tongue twister. 10-word tongue twister.
Is it controversial if I use K's because I'm going to use Kyla's name?
Do what you want.
I don't want to do too many K's, if you know what I mean.
You can't say I didn't. I don't think I knew you were going to use everything I said. Because occasionally I forgot that we were recording something and I was just having a conversation with you.
I mean, it was entertaining as hell, so I had to put it in. So basically, each player had to create a tongue twister for the person before them alphabetically, and they weren't allowed to use foreign or nonsense words. They then had to say the tongue twister written for them by someone else, 5 times fast. So there's 2 tasks in one here. The player who writes the hardest tongue twister will get 5 points, and the player who says their tongue twister the fastest will get 5 points, and they could be the same person.
All right. Well, shall we see how they did?
Absolutely. We are going to see one pairing at a time, and we're starting with the duo who got much better when they fired Kristen. It's the KK, Kayla and Karen.
How are you with tongue twisters?
I like them, so I work very hard at them, and I worked in the radio, so like you did have to do stuff to kind of like warm up your voice sometimes. Otherwise, you would step all over your words. So I really like stuff with THs because I don't have a lisp, but I always worried that I had one, or that I developed one at some point, like late onset speech impediment.
Which I've heard of before. It's a real thing. Your tongue twister is Terry's theory, though thorough and thoughtful, thanked thousands thoughts. Go.
Terry's theory.
Start again.
Terry's theory, though thorough and thoughtful, thanked thousands thoughts.
1.
Terry's theory, though thorough and thoughtful, thanked thousands thoughts.
2.
Terry's theory, though thorough and thoughtful, thanked thousands thoughts.
3.
Terry's theory, though thorough and thoughtful, thanked thousands thoughts.
4.
Terry's theory, though thorough and thoughtful, thanked thousands thoughts.
Stop the clock.
I was really worried you'd be PO'd because I was like, I tried the hardest thing for me to think of.
I was kind of slow.
So the rules were that you were allowed to pause between tongue twisters, but not during. Any unnecessarily long pause or stutter, and I would force the player to start over from 1.
Fair enough.
And Karen finished her tongue twisters in about the length of time it takes me to sponge wash your feet, 40.9 seconds.
All right. Excellent. Good work and good worrying about a lisp.
Like, that's
Yeah,
fair.
late onset speech impediments are not a thing.
No.
Are you a scientist?
Yeah.
She could hit her head.
Speech pathologist.
I Googled it for 30 seconds, okay?
Oh, so you are a doctor. My bad.
Way to fuck up the algorithm.
Are you ready for another pairing?
I am ready.
Next, they sound like a John Cougar Mellencamp song. It's Johnny and Karen.
I mean, there is one that's been kicking around my head. I mean, who's got tongue twisters kicking around their head? I do. Because I happen to have one. I don't think I've ever told it to Andy. It's a synonym for cinnamon. A synonym for cinnamon, a synonym for cinnamon, a synonym for cinnamon. Okay, maybe it's not as hard as I thought it was.
You screwed up the second one.
Did I?
Yeah, you said a synonym for a synonym.
A synonym for synonym. A synonym for synonym. Synonym. Now I can't say it. A synonym for cinnamon. Okay, a synonym for cinnamon. A synonym for cinnamon. A synonym for cinnamon. Flex, flicks, and flux. Maybe I can make this Johnny swear.
The laugh is the best part.
I can't even say it.
So your tongue twister is shore side, shied, sigh, shy, side, shore, shy, she sighed. Go.
What the fuck?
Shore side.
Start again.
Sorry.
Shore side, shied, sigh, shy side, shore shy, she sighed.
One.
Shore side.
Start again.
Shore side, shied, sigh, shy side, shore shy, she sighed.
One.
Shore side, shied, sigh, shy, side, shore shy, she sighed.
Two.
Shore side, shied, sigh, shy, side, shore shy, she sighed.
Three.
Shore side, shied, sigh, shy, side, shore, shy, she sighed.
Four.
Shore side, shied, sigh, shy side, shore shy, she sighed.
Stop the clock. Oh, very good.
Wow, yeah.
I hated every minute of that.
Yeah.
Wow.
What about a synonym for cinnamon?
I say cinnamon.
I mean, considering how difficult that was, I feel it was still impressive. Johnny took as long as it takes me to wash your face's dainty features, 56.93 seconds.
Wow. You are evil. But you didn't get him to swear.
No.
So, well done, Johnny. Next.
Next up, one's from the wrong side of the tracks. One has a heart of gold, but enough about you and me. It's time for Augie and Sarah's attempt.
It's tough because I have a hard time with words as is. So trying to purposely think of words that'll trip you up is not easy. Because my brain's always trying to put them in order. Tight ties. Oh, I think I got one. Oh. Holy shit. I think I got one. I don't know how I just don't know.
I am preparing the next test, and I'm going to send it to you. Just please read it out for me.
Okay. I did also put pants on for this, just in case.
Excellent. Timmy tried tying tight ties tightly. Go.
Timmy tried tying tight ties tightly. 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 Oh, I said that wrong. Timmy tried tying tight ties tightly. Timmy tried tying tight ties tightly. Timmy tying tight ties tightly.
Start over.
Okay, so we're starting back at 1.
1. Yep.
Timmy tried tying tight ties tightly.
1.
Timmy tried tying tight ties tightly.
2.
Timmy tying tight ties tightly. Timmy tying tight ties tightly.
4.
Tried tying tight ties tightly.
5. Stop the clock. So that is at 41 seconds. Very nice.
Yeah, Sarah got through it in 41.03 seconds, roughly the length of time it takes to wash what's left of your hair. So Karen did it in 40.09 seconds and Sarah in 41.03. There was less than a second between them.
Wow.
And this despite Sarah's late-stage speech impediment.
What can I say?
Not much. All right. Well, nicely done. Nicely done. And Augie, I guess you should have stuck with the 10-word tongue twister that you were trying to get at the beginning. All right. What's next?
Would you like another?
I would. I would love another.
Now it's...
I can't get enough of tongue twister.
Sarah, the Southtown's tongue twister champ, versus Kayla, radio personality.
What's so funny is when I was in 6th grade, we did not like physical Olympics, they were like academic Olympics, and I won the tongue twister portion of that.
I'm really glad I didn't repeat.
Did I have to write them?
Just now.
No, I pulled them from my hat.
That was a delightfully evil laugh. Your tongue twister is Kayla curates kits for kinda caring kin who collect knickknacks. Go.
Kayla curates kits for kinda caring kin who collect Nope.
Start again.
Kayla curates kits for kinda caring kin who collect knickknacks.
1.
Kayla curates kits for kinda caring kin who collect knickknacks. Kayla curates kits for kinda caring kin who collect knickknacks. Kayla curates kits for kinda caring kin who collect knickknacks. Kayla curates kits for kinda caring kin who collect knickknacks.
Perfect. Stop the clock.
Ooh.
Very nice.
Wow. All right.
Very
Well,
nice
that
indeed.
seemed pretty impressive. You're welcome. So how did she do?
Kayla finished her twisters in the same amount of time it takes me to wash your masculine kneecaps. 31.27.
Wow.
Well, that was quite awesome.
She is currently in the lead.
I do not have late onset.
At least not when it comes to K's.
Yes.
You're used to it.
Let's see the last one.
Did we save the best for last? In a manner of speaking.
Okay.
It's Johnny and Augie. Strap yourselves in.
Let's see exactly. All right, I think I might have it.
Already.
I'm a wordsmith. I like words.
You still have 8.5 minutes on the clock.
Oh, God. Say this tongue twister written for you by Johnny 5 times without misspeaking. If you stutter or pause, you must start again. Fastest wins. Your times start once Aaron has finished reading your tongue twister aloud.
Tommy Bahama, baby mama, drama riding on a llama. Go.
Tommy Bahama, baby mama, drama riding on a llama.
Don't start again. Start again.
Tommy Bahama, baby mama, drama.
Start again.
Tommy Bahama, baby mama, drama riding on a llama.
1.
Tommy Bahama, baby mama.
Start
Tommy,
again.
Tommy Bahama, baby mama, drama riding on a llama.
1.
Tommy Bahama, baby mama, drama llama.
Start again.
Tommy Bahama, baby mama, drama riding on a llama. Tommy Bahama, baby mama, drama riding on a llama.
2.
Tommy Bahama, baby mama, drama riding on a llama.
Start again. It was too long.
I know. Tama God damn it. Tommy Bahama, baby mama, drama riding on a llama.
1.
Tommy Bahama, baby mama, drama riding on a llama.
2.
Tommy Bahama, baby Bahama.
Start again.
Tama Bahama, baby mama, drama
You said
riding on a
Tama.
llama.
Start again.
Damn it. So hard, dude. Tommy Bahama, baby mama, drama. Tommy Bahama, baby mama, drama riding on a llama.
1.
Tommy Bahama, baby mama, drama riding on a llama.
2.
Tommy Bahama, baby mama, drama riding on a llama.
3.
Tama. Oh, fuck.
Oh,
Again.
so close.
Tommy Bahama baby mama drama riding on a llama.
1.
Tommy Bahama baby mama drama riding on a llama.
2.
Tommy Bahama baby mama drama riding on a llama.
3.
Tommy Bahama baby mama drama riding on a llama.
4.
Tommy Bahama baby mama drama riding on a llama.
Stop the clock.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
Oh, man, that's wow, abject despair from the man who apparently does not make his bed. Did you, at any point during that, consider saying it slower?
No.
Well, that explains it. Tell me,
Man, I'm dyslexic.
how long did all that take?
Poor Augie took the same length of time as it takes me to wash your supple undercarriage. 2 minutes, 22.17 seconds. Over twice as long as the nearest competitor. So, would you like me to break down the scores?
I would definitely like you to do that.
So, Kayla said hers the fastest, which earns her 5 points, followed by Karen, who gets 4 points, then Sarah gets 3, Johnny gets 2, and Augie gets 1. Then we invert that for the people who wrote them. So Johnny, who wrote the longest twister, gets 5 points, then Karen gets 4, then Augie gets 3, then Kayla gets 2, and Sarah gets 1. So out of this whole mess, Sarah and Augie get 4 points each, Johnny and Kayla get 7 points each, but Karen, who came in second for both writing and saying, gets 8 points and wins the task.
Woo! All right. Where are we now?
Would you like a scoreboard update?
That would be marvelous.
Okay. Augie currently has 11 points. Johnny has 17 points. Karen has 14 points. Kayla has 12 points. And Sarah has 7.
Oh. All
We
right.
got a lot more game to play.
There's still plenty of game to play, Sarah. Don't worry about it.
I'm hyper competitive, so this is great.
Too bad there's not filthy lucre involved.
Oh.
At least, not yet.
Not yet.
Ready for the next pre-recorded task?
I think I am.
All right. This next task sees our contestants doing their civic duty.
Very good. All right, so let's move on to task number 3. You'll find this one a little bit less verbally perplexing, but maybe a little bit more mentally so.
The letters are still swapping my head. I can't look at it anymore.
All right.
It's so bad.
Don't look at it anymore. I'm going to send you a new task. Do.
Vote for a player.
The player with the most votes will win 5 points.
You are allowed to vote for yourself, but if you vote for yourself and don't win, you will lose 2 points.
Players who vote for themselves are eliminated from ties, but if there's still a tie, all tied players get the 5 points.
Time starts now.
Who are the other players besides Andy and Karen?
Okay, Andy's not playing. Now, I don't know if you know Kayla or even, I don't know if you've met Karen, actually, now that I think about it.
From Defiant Monkey?
Yeah, okay, you have.
Yeah.
I don't think I know Johnny. Sounds like a made-up person.
You think Johnny's imaginary?
Yeah, I think so. It's called Johnny anymore. I think he's imaginary.
It's the hat.
No, he's real.
It's the hat. So, run this down for me.
So the rules are that you have to vote for someone. You could vote for yourself, but if you wind up with a tie or lose, you actually lose 2 points. There are 5 points for the winner, 4 points for second place, and so on. And if you don't get any votes, a consolation prize of 1 point.
Sounds fair.
Simple enough. Here is all of them deciding who to vote for and how. Ready?
Yes.
So, right off the bat, I've got kind of I haven't met someone before, and I think I'm pretty sure I met someone before, and then there's everyone else who I have met. So, it's not really good for me to think.
So I don't know 3 out of 5 of these people. So I don't know what they are like and if they will vote for themselves. Karen will not vote for herself. Karen might vote for me or Kyla. I don't know if she knows Johnny and Augie.
I know Sarah's super competitive. She's gonna vote for herself. I'm just thinking. Kyla may vote for herself too.
All right. Well, I know Karen and Augie. So my thought process is I'm going to vote for one of those two people.
I genuinely think Karen would kill it, just because she has the improvisation skills to persevere through these twisted tasks.
So you think she's going to be the leader?
Yeah.
Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So does that mean you want to vote for her and give her even more points?
I mean, I don't want to vote for myself, because then I'll just lose 2 points.
You don't know if you get enough people to vote for you.
If I get enough people to vote for me, but I know better.
Normally, I would vote for myself if I don't know other people. But if I know that Karen will not vote for herself, based on me knowing Karen and the way that she is, I'm predicting she won't vote for herself. So if she doesn't vote for herself and there's a tie, we all lose, right?
Basically, if there's a tie, if by some miracle each of you vote for somebody else and it just winds up being everybody gets 1 vote, then everybody would get 5 points and the whole thing would be a great big waste of time, but that's funny too. So
I am feeling froggy
okay.
because I woke up from a 4-hour nap that I did not need. Actually, just kidding, I really needed it. I am gonna actually vote for Augie.
Okay, interesting.
I don't have a reason. I don't know this person, but I like their name.
Augie? He may get votes just because of his name. Nobody votes for Karen. Oh. And you know I am not going to vote for myself. Because I can't. Okay. The player with the most votes wins 5 points. So I can vote for me. But if I don't win, I lose 2 points. So, like, forget it. I'm not taking that chance. And I also want to be, in case there's a tie, you know, unless everybody voted for themselves and I'm the only one who's going to let somebody win. Oh, man. Sarah voted for herself. I'm crossing Sarah off the list. Sorry, Sarah. I'll bet. That's my bet. You voted for yourself. I don't know what Augie would do. Augie votes for Johnny. Johnny votes for Augie. I'm just guessing. I'll vote for Kyla. I'm going to vote for Kyla. Can't even stay together.
Okay.
I think she'll vote for somebody else and not for herself.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I think.
I'll vote for Karen because I know her pretty well.
Okay.
Karen.
Not even the tiniest bit interested in voting for yourself.
No. Don't care.
Nobody votes for Karen.
I actually know Karen more than I know Augie. Seeing that I've actually gone to a few improv classes with her, my vote is going to be for Karen.
Oh, okay. You're voting for Karen, so no desire to vote for yourself.
No.
Nobody votes for Karen.
If anyone is going to end up winning this, will more likely be Karen. So I vote for Karen.
You're voting for Karen, okay?
Yeah.
Seriously.
We voted for Karen.
You're like Miss America.
Vote for Karen.
Wow. And I thought the quote of the day was going to be, "It's not really good for me to think."
Never is.
Well, wow. Why don't we round up those votes and see how that went?
Well, sadly, Sarah and Johnny got no votes at all, but they do get 1 point each. Augie and Kayla got 1 vote each. They tie for second and get 4 points each. But the winner by a landslide with 3 votes and getting 5 points is Karen. Congratulations, Karen. Well done.
Lesson learned here, vote for yourself.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Would you like a scoreboard update?
That would be fantastic.
It's a surprisingly close game as long as you're not Sarah.
Is this a joke? Like, did you invite me here so that I could be roasted? Is this a secret roast?
No, it just turned out that way.
It's just serendipity.
Sarah sits at the bottom of the scoreboard with 8 points. Then we go up to Augie with 15, Kayla with 16, Johnny with 18, and Karen is currently in the lead with 19 points.
Ooh.
I think I'm gonna leave.
Wow. That's wow. That's only 3 points separating the people who are doing well.
Oh. I'm just happy to be here.
That's usually how
We've been stuck inside for 3 years.
Just vibing like Johnny. All right. Would you like to take another break?
I was just going to suggest that. Why don't we do
it's
that?
a good idea.
All right, let's take 10.
Hey, Pantsless Aaron here. If this is your first BFYTW, you're in luck. We've got over 100 episodes with panel show-style comedy, thrilling game shows for charity, and much, much more. Head over to BFYTWpodcast.com where you can find everything we do, see what our friends are doing, check out our merch, leave us a voicemail that we might play on the show, and more. Find us on Spreaker or wherever you listen to podcasts. Follow, subscribe, give us 5 stars. It all helps, and we really appreciate it. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back to Taskmaster. Everyone's pointing at the missing cameraman. You didn't say one of the missing people was crew. Oh,
I had assumed it was still running, but
you got your you got your figurine, I see.
Okay, very good.
Yes. Action figure, doll, whatever you want to call it. Oh, excellent. Well, here we are back in Taskmaster for the last recorded task. What do we have going on here, Aaron?
Well, before the break, we made a mockery of the American election system by declaring the person with the most votes the winner. Now we're going to make a mockery of history with the final pre-recorded task.
So this is the semi-last one. There's another one after this, but just fair warning, this will likely be the hardest one.
Are you sure about that?
There's a reason it's last.
Cool.
But you might have the most fun with this one, I don't know.
Reenact a historic event.
Well, 30 minutes to prepare your reenactment for 1 minute to perform it.
You will have 30 minutes to prepare for your reenactment and 1 minute to perform your reenactment.
You may use any props or costumes you wish, but you may not involve other people.
A bonus point will be awarded for the most obscure historic event to be reenacted.
Best reenactment wins. Your time starts now. God damn it.
I'll be right back.
So I'm trying to decide if I should reenact Lincoln's death. I have that hat.
Well, I mean, if you want to, it's not a terribly obscure historical event, but I mean...
What if theme on it and I call it the death of Abraham Lincoln, and I'm like, bro, why you got that gun? Bro, because you gotta die. Boom, boom, you know? Is that a play that they've seen? I don't know.
I mean, it's obscure in the sense that it happened to me and a bunch of people at my college, but I was in an anthrax scare. But there's not really a lot to reenact other than the fact that I had to surrender all of my clothes, put on a zip up, like a hazmat suit, We had to shower with whoever the people were in the hallway when this happened, including nuns. I saw nude nuns.
You and Jesus, and that is it.
Alrighty. Historical reenactments. My brain of useless knowledge is going to be very, very well put to use on this.
So the rules are simple. They had 30 minutes to prepare a 1-minute reenactment of any historic event. They could use any costumes or props that they want, but they had to do the whole reenactment themselves. And you will decide who gets a bonus point for the most obscure event reenacted.
All right.
All good?
Sounds pretty simple. Let's see how they did.
All right. We're going to start with my favorite J that ends with Ani. It's Johnny.
Queen Cleopatra. Oh, hi, Mark. It's me, Queen Cleopatra. I will seduce you with my womanly wares to prevent this apprehension. I don't know about this. Okay.
Said it was not safe for work.
End scene.
And scene. Basically, word for word how it went down.
All right. So, Johnny, in case people didn't catch that, what was the historical?
That was Cleopatra meeting Mark Antony when he was supposed to apprehend her, take her back to Rome for execution.
Okay. And you do have a costume room in your house?
Shayna happens to be a cosplayer and a photographer, so the room I was recording in was the room that had all the costumes.
Oh, you bastard. You clever, clever little bastard. All right, well...
and I don't know if you noticed, but I did...
The nudity?
Outside of that, I did a scene from The Room with...
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Okay. That's probably the most obscure reference we're going to get here.
I don't know about that.
Okay. Well, let's find out what else we've got.
Next up, for a bit of local flavor, it's Karen.
The story of Francis Abbott, the hermit of Goat Island, and his ghost. Oh, look at me. I've got a book for the library I better return. And now here I am in my rough robes of brown. Haunting, isn't it? Oh, I'm tired of these things. Oh, perhaps I should purchase a violin from the compatriots. Nothing is playing because I had not rosined my bow. Oh dear, what shall I do? Oh, I think perhaps I will go for a walk in the falls. Look, there's a rough log. La, 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 la. Look at me in the moonlight, hanging on the end of a log because I'm a hermit and I'm weird. Oh, my life.
Time is up.
Oh no, was that time? Thank you.
Haunting indeed.
She did go over time. So if you want to be exact, then you have to only count the bit right up until he got on the log.
All right.
But
well,
it's up to you how you want to handle it.
Let me mull that one over based on the other ones I see, because this was quite a multimedia extravaganza.
Yeah, the artwork itself.
The card puppetry and the music. All right. I will hold off judgment on that one for now.
Okay. Shall we move on to another?
Let's.
Okay. Perhaps unsurprisingly, Kayla made her hands the star of her show.
Generally speaking, the Confederates wore gray and the Union wore blue. And this one's kind of hot because it's like a slipper sock, so it's got the no skid. So I'd like to say that this is what it looked like. So this is Appomattox Courthouse. This is going to be short, and I apologize, but I think the sock puppets will really give it the maybe there's a waterfall. In my version of the story, there's a beautiful waterfall at Appomattox Courthouse in the backyard, and there's trees, and maybe this scene was painted at one of those drink wine and paint nights. I don't know. Maybe it was painted by someone named not me. Okay, so Appomattox Courthouse. Here's Lee. He's sitting there. He is he's cooked. The South has been burned all the way to the sea, and here comes Ulysses S. Grant. So he says, comes up with his dudes, and Lee says, I surrender. You have bested me. The Union shall prevail, and the Confederacy will go to the boneyard. And Grant says, thanks very much. That's very nice of you. We're going to take you to prison now where you're going to rot for the rest of your life. But you are allowed to keep your sidearm, your gun and your knife or your sword or whatever, because I am a nice person and I am a gentleman. And then they rode off and maybe they went swimming. So.
Wow. And that was under a minute?
It was hard to tell when Kyla's reenactment started.
There was quite a preamble about
It was
socks.
definitely immersive. And the adding of the beautiful waterfall to the Appomattox Courthouse scene was very David Lynch, kind of. So are you a Civil War buff, I take it?
I'm a history buff.
Oh,
I like history.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to know where you came from.
Do you really? All right. Let's move on.
All right. Next up, Augie is in deep.
I am Captain Schlitt of the German U-boat. It is the end of World War II, and we are making our way back to shore, when all of a sudden, all Schlitt broke loose. The Schlitt started filling the bottom of the U-boat. It started getting on our batteries and causing a nasty mixture of sewage and chloride. When I tell you that Schlitt was stinky, oh man, the whole situation stunk like Schlitt. I swear to God. We should have never have been here. We gotta get out of here. We gotta pull out of here. Hans, get the E-tool. We must dig a Schlitt tunnel. We must get through all this Schlitt and get to the helm. We must get out of here. It smells like Schlitt.
I'm impressed that you have such a nice helmet.
Yeah.
It's just in case the toilet breaks down. That's all.
Very good, very good.
I'm both offended as a German, and also I do want that helmet. Question. What were you reenacting historically?
So this is something that's pretty obscure, but it happened in World War II, towards the end of the war.
Are you making this up?
No.
Okay.
This is real. I wish I was making this up because it'd be funny.
I just asked for their benefit.
Oh, okay. No, there was a Nazi German submarine. I can't remember the sea south of Britain. They were doing surveillance on the RAF, and they had a new toilet system installed into their vehicle. And it didn't work. And so when the captain went to use it, it broke down. And then it began to flood. It began to flood the whole sub with water and human feces. So they had to resurface. And when they resurfaced, the RAF spotted them, and they had to surrender. So Schlitt had to surrender to a Brit while covered in shit.
Is he bullshitting me?
No.
Wow.
Okay. That's going to be hard to beat.
Well, there's one person left to see.
I'd like to preface this reimagining, if you will.
Yeah, Sarah's portrayal may not be historically accurate.
I went swimming. Mine wasn't accurate.
Oh my God! Lincoln.
Never mind.
Scene.
That's a Broham Lincoln.
Bro, I'm having such a nice time at the theater with my wife, my lady. We're gonna go home and, yeah, bro, yeah. What a play this is! What a fucking oh, can I curse? What a fucking play this is! I've never seen a better play in my life! Yo, wife, do you like this play? Oh, I am unsuspecting and not worried about anything. Oh. Sir, you should be worried about something. But no, I have so much life to live. Exactly 3 seconds. Oh no!
The tragic tale of a Broham Lincoln.
I think I only have one question about this one.
Oh, God.
What kind of edibles were you taking?
Oh, I was high on life that night. I was
Now that's bullshit.
fine. Nope. I said, I have a top hat.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is, wow, okay. Shit.
You gotta judge these.
I do. For the reenactment, I'm going to give Johnny 5. Because Johnny 5 alive.
Okay.
It's an 80s reference.
Is it because of the nudity?
It was. Completely. And the hair. Second, I'm going to give it to, I'm going to give it to Kayla for 4 points.
Thank you. My hands sweat for it.
Then I'm going to work from the bottom up. So there's Sarah.
Are you kidding?
We work hard on these things.
2 points for the hermit because you went over. Damn. Because it was such a good. Yeah, you went way over. as the hermit
Still
did.
not at the fucking bottom. Yeah.
And which gives, who's left over? Oh, Captain Schlitt for 3, who also gets a bonus point because, damn, I had no idea that was a real story. And if I looked that up and you lied to me, I'm taking away every fucking point you earned this game.
That is fair.
All right, well done. I think everyone deserves a round of applause, though. Nicely done.
So Sarah gets 1 point, Karen gets 2 points, Augie gets 3 points plus a bonus point for the most obscure event. Kayla gets 4 points, and Johnny gets 5 points and wins the task.
Yes.
Okay, very good.
Which brings us to what?
It's time for the live task. We're going to do one task right now, live, and shall we get to it?
I think we should.
All right. All right, we are prepared for the live task. Andy is sitting somewhat ahead of the others and is wearing a blindfold now. To explain why, I'm going to have Augie read the task out loud in that microphone, please. Yep.
Make the most unidentifiable noises. You'll be called randomly to step to the microphone and make a noise for at least 2 seconds. The noise must fit the category that Aaron gives at the start of the round. Andy will then have to guess who made the noise. We'll play 3 rounds, and whomever's correct identified the least wins.
Okay, so you're each going to take a turn to come up to the mic and make a noise. It has to last at least 2 seconds, and it has to be the kind of noise I specify. Andy's going to guess, and we'll do this 3 times. Whoever's identified correctly the least will win. And I'm going to randomly determine the order. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 from Augie down. So
we're just trying to get him to not know it's us.
yeah, that's right.
And
You don't want him to guess it's you.
And I'm married to him. Okay.
Be quiet, Kyla.
All right. The first person to step to the mic is this person.
For those listening at home, this is Sarah.
Stevie.
All right. The category of noise for the first round is bird song.
Kyla.
The next person to step up to the mic is this person.
For those listening at home, this is Karen.
Johnny.
The next person to step to the mic is this person.
For those listening at home, this is Augie.
I'm going to say Augie.
Next, it's this person.
For those listening at home, this is Kayla.
Sarah.
And last but not least,
for those listening at home, this is Johnny.
Well, I go with Karen. She's a master of voices.
Andy, any idea how you did?
Shitty?
That's correct. You only got 1 right. All right, so we're going to move on to our next round. And this round is going to be beatboxing. And we'll start with this person.
For those listening at home, this is Johnny.
Augie.
Next up, this person.
For those listening at home, this is Sarah.
Sarah.
Next up, it's this person.
For those listening at home, this is Kayla.
Kyla?
Next up, it's this person.
For those listening at home, this is Karen.
Johnny.
Finally, this person.
For those listening at home, this is Augie.
Oh. You know, I'm going to go with Johnny on that one, actually.
You did slightly better this time. You got 2 right.
Ah.
Okay. Now it's time for the final round. In this round, I would like you to make noises mimicking that of a big, scary monster. And we will start with this person.
For those listening at home, this is Kayla.
Kyla.
Next up, it's this person.
For those listening at home, this is Augie.
Johnny?
Next, it's this person.
For those listening at home, this is Sarah.
Karen.
Next, it's this person. For those listening at home, this is Karen.
Johnny.
Finally, for those listening at home, this is Johnny.
Augie.
Oh my god, that might be my favorite monster ever.
It's a jovial dude.
Andy, how do you think you did?
Oh, awful.
You're right. You got one right. So Kayla was recognized twice. Sarah was recognized once, and Augie was recognized once, which means our winners are Karen and Johnny. Andy, you can take all that off, and we'll tally up the final scores.
All right, now, how are we handling this?
Okay, so the players who did the best, obviously, Karen and Johnny will get 5 points each. The next got recognized only once, Sarah and Augie, they get 3 points each, and unfortunately, Kayla coming in last gets 1 point.
Aww.
That means the scores for this episode look like this. Sarah has 12 points, is in 5th place.
Yes, I made it past
But
10.
a very respectable showing, I think, yes. In 4th place is Kayla with 21 points. In 3rd place is Augie with 22 points. And just 2 points separated the final 2 players. In 2nd place is Karen with 26 points, which means our winner with 28 points is Johnny. Johnny, congratulations. All of these wonderful prizes are yours.
Gets to keep his
Hey,
Bluetooth speaker.
I'm actually a little hungry. Can you
Oh
show
yeah,
us
no, those
crackers?
are all yours. I think I can smell them.
Well, that's it. That's going to be it from us. Anything you'd like to say before we call it a night?
Well, I want to thank these wonderful contestants. You all did a great job. We need a big round of applause for them. And I'm going to have to hear for the rest of the day why Karen didn't win. Let's have a round of applause for our crew as well here. And of course, Karen.
I would like to give some thanks to some great people. First of all, I want to say thanks to Platter's Bakery. They supplied the cupcakes and chocolate-covered strawberries we'll be enjoying after this. I want to say thanks to Casual Dragon Games who let us use this space. Please check out the best selection of board games, tabletop games, and video games in Western New York before you leave. I guarantee you'll find something you enjoy. Thanks to everybody who came to see the show live. Thanks to Karen, Kayla, Johnny, and Sarah for being excellent sports. Thanks to Andy for a guest doing his best to fill Hor-Hay's massive shoes. Thanks to my podcast partners, Stevie and Augie, for just being so much fun. And most of all, thank you, whoever's listening right now. Your support is the reason we made it to 100, and it's the reason we'll make it to 200. We have a Patreon now, which can be found at patreon.com/BFYTW.
Podcast, I believe.
BFYTW podcast, all right.
If not, it's on the website. So.
We should own just BFYTW, but
yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. Patreon.com/BFYTW podcast. And you can directly financially support us and get all sorts of great behind-the-scenes goodies, stuff that we're going to throw up there. But that's it from us. Good night, and congratulations once again to our winner, Johnny!